What's up, guys? Willie Magnew here in the gym. I wanted to talk to you guys this morning about your business. So you business guys out there, I want you guys to understand that the opportunity in today's market is simply the ability to communicate effectively, right? If you got the skill to communicate value proposition effectively, you can make a lot of money. It doesn't really matter what you do. It's one to two things. You got to understand what the problem is, number one, right? Understand what the solution is, number two. So now whatever your offer is can be the solution for whatever the problem is. And the person who could communicate that solution the best, that benefit, wins. It doesn't matter what you're selling, right? I'll give you an example. I am now in the roofing business, right? Here's the deal. Most people's asset, most people's most prized asset is what? Most people, middle class, is their house. That's their biggest asset.
Home ownership is the largest asset for middle-class Americans and a primary driver of net worth in the United States. As homes typically increase in value over time, home ownership is how most Americans build wealth. Here's the problem. Over time, the same asset, your home, has significant depreciation in value due to extreme weather damage. And most homeowners have no idea how this impacts the equity and total sales value of your most prized asset.
So if you understand the environment we're in financially, what's happening? Well, it's this thing called inflation. What does inflation cause to middle class America? It causes the cost of money to go up. It's expensive, right? It's not cheap, it's expensive, which means the price of consumables and things that you need are getting more expensive. What does that mean? That means assets are also going up in price, right? Which is what you want, right? And so if money is going up in price, then your assets are going up in price. And if you own assets, then what you should be doing? You should make sure you own more assets. And that's what's happening. Like, rich people are getting out of cash, which they're calling trash, and they're putting that into what? Assets, right? Because they're seeing the transition. As cash gets more expensive, the assets get more expensive, right? And so you're offsetting that loss of cash value with the increase of assets. So if your house is an asset, right, the last thing you want it to be is a liability, right? So how do you protect that asset? How do you make it more valuable, right? Well, you got to do the things that keep it sustained, that keep the value up. You got to be doing the things just like your body. It's just like your body. It's just like health, right? Your health is an asset to you, right? Think about it. Now, if you take care of your asset, then what does it do? It gives you the ability to be more valuable, generate more money for a longer period of time because you're more healthy. You have more capabilities. You're clear. You're able to go out there and you're able to do what you need to do to create revenue, right? But you got to take care of yourself, which means you got to be doing what? You got to get your health inspections. You got to get your mammograms. You got to get your prostate checks at a certain age. You got to make sure you're getting your physicals. You got to get your brain scans, your eye tests. You got to go to the dentist. These are things that do what? Sustain and maintain, so you can elongate your ability to do what? Generate more money with the asset that you own, which is your personal health. There's no different in any asset that you own. And this is what you guys got to understand. Houses are the same way, right? A house is probably the biggest asset that most middle-class Americans own. That being said, what we're here to do is help you understand how to maintain that asset. And it's just doing what needs to be done to ensure that thing isn't losing money, especially in today's environment, guys. You have to understand this. Does that make sense? So the least you can do is twice a year, get your roof, which is the most important part of your house. It is the foundation. Believe it or not, your roof is the foundation more than anything because it protects you from the elements. It protects you from the outside. If that thing starts to leak, it doesn't matter what type of foundation you have. If that thing gets holes in it, it doesn't matter what type of foundation you have. People often say your foundation. No, it's your roof. It's the thing that's protecting your head. It's protecting things from falling on you. That is the most important thing, right? And foundation is important, don't get me wrong, but that roof, yeah. If that thing gets a leak, it'll destroy everything. That's what you got to understand. So you need to know how to protect that and protect that asset and protect that value. Actually add value to your asset, because guess what? If your roof is 10, 15 years old, guess what? It's got damage, guys. Just like anything else, it's got wear and tear. It's got damage through weather, through, hailstorms, all of that stuff. But guess what? We don't look at our roofs like that up close. We don't. We don't check them out. We don't walk on our roofs every day, so we have no idea. Matter of fact, here in Dallas, you know what happens often? Cars get pinged and dinged with hail, and guess what? People will see the car and they'll get it fixed and they'll use their insurance to get the car fixed, but they don't even think that the same damage that destroyed their car damage their roof. And over time, what's going to happen? That's going to get worse and worse and worse, right? And then 15 years in, you start to get a leak, right? And it just becomes a more and more expensive thing. Instead of checking every year to get an audit, right, which we can do for absolutely free to see where you are in terms of your roof health. And guess what? If you get it replaced or you get it repaired, the value of that goes up. And here's the most important part, guys. Your insurance goes down. Your insurance premium goes down. It's not like a car. The insurance premium goes down. So this is what you guys got to understand. So that being said, right, if you're in the opportunity space and you want to sell something of this value proposition, again, it's a value proposition. This is the example I gave you. If you can go out and sell that, you know how much money you can make? Let's talk about it, right? If you come to our podcast, this is what we talk about, right? If you're a consumer, guess how much money you increase on your asset if you listen to what we're advising you to do. At the end of the day, that's all it is, guys. It's about really understanding what the problem is, what the solution is, right? And then offering that in a way that people understand the benefit and doing that cost effectively to make sure the return they get in terms of value far exceeds the amount of money and time and effort that they spend on getting it done. If you can do that, you can be a millionaire in 12 months. William Agnew, Swat Roofing. I'll see you guys in the next one. A 10-hour podcast. Follow us, subscribe to us, like us. If you like this, we talk about money all the time, right? Number one, we talk about opportunity. Number two, we give customer advice, right? And we assist our customers in making sure that they're also winning and benefiting from the actions that they take every month, right? They just got to know, and it's all about education, and that's what we do here at SWAT. William Agnew here at SWAT. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.